found out about that, but I was shocked.
So I want to, since we're talking about Grossmont, I want to hear about this. I want you to tell us the story about how you used to tie your horses up at the baseball field.
Well, that wasn't a regular thing.
They didn't have stalls down there before the baseball field was built. Did they have an area where you would take your horses?
I don't remember.
Did other kids ride their horses to school like you did?
Well, I didn't do it every day.
Oh.
I only did it occasionally. And we did have a place that we tied them up down there, but I don't remember what it looked like, except for right there where the.
But was there a place for them to have water, and
There's
You
a
just-
lot of room over there.
did you just tie them up for the? They didn't have like a stall down there. I guess I always imagined it like a horse stall that you took them to.
I don't think so. I could be wrong. Because I only did it occasionally. It wasn't something I did every day.
I mean, did you do it because you went down to the ballpark to play, or?
I don't think so. I think it was to go to school, but it was
No, it was to go
very
to school.
occasionally, huh?
It was to go to school.
Yeah.
Because if you grew up in Fletcher Hills, how far away was your house from the school?
It was a pretty long walk.
Yeah, I bet. So on days when you didn't ride your horse, did you get a ride from your parents, or?
I wonder
I
if
doubt that.
I wonder if they had bus services. I don't think they.
I
I
don't
don't
think
remember
so.
riding a
Yeah.
bus ever. We rode buses to junior high and to grade school. But I don't even remember riding a bus in high school.
But you were probably just that 1 year, right? And then you were driving the next year?
Well, when I turned 15 and a half,
Yeah.
I bought a motor scooter
Oh.
because you could ride a motor scooter on a learner's permit.
Don't tell Nathan that.
I don't know motor scooter.
And I couldn't afford a motorcycle,
Yeah.
but a motor scooter was cheaper. So that's what I did for the first 6 months. I rode my motor scooter to school, rode
Yeah.
it everywhere.
Well, that makes sense, because if you were a sophomore then, you would have only ridden your horse that first year anyway. Or if you were 15 and a half, it would only been those first couple months from fall to, because your birthday's in February,
Yeah.
so it wouldn't have been that long at all. 16, 17, yeah. Because you would have been 15 as a freshman.
Well, I don't know about that because I was a year older than most of the kids
Oh.
because I flunked the first grade.
The first grade?
Yeah.
So you were then. You were,
My folks told me that I was sick some that year,
Oh, yeah.
and they decided to hold me back.
You just didn't want to do finger paints. That's
It might have been
Get him
be-
out of here.
yeah, it might have been because
Took
I
out his
was.
big stick in class. And
It might have been because I was so small. They thought I wasn't big enough.
Oh.
I don't know about that. But
Is that
I
because
went to
of-
the first grade twice, but it was kind of nice because. Oh, I don't know what you call it, but when all the way through grade school, I was a year older than
Yeah.
the other kids, so I ran the roost.
right.
I
Nick-
wasn't bigger than them. I was the same size, but I was smarter, a year more
Right, you're
experience.
more
And-
mature, yeah.
Yeah, and so I was like the top dog. I ran the place.
Right. Nick's gonna have that too. He'll be a year older than everybody at school when you're a freshman. Except that your birthday was in February. See, it won't feel that way for you, Nick, because your birthday's in November. But that makes more sense, because then that means that you were only riding your horse for a couple months in the fall, and then when you
Well, I didn't ride the horse every day, ever.
right. I know. I guess I had this idea from when you had told these stories before that there was like a horse stall down there,
No,
like with water and everything. No. All right.
Tell Nikki about when you went to kindergarten.
did I go to kindergarten?
Yes, you went to kindergarten.
I don't remember. It's a long time ago. What am I supposed to
And your
tell?
grandmother.
Oh. Was I in kindergarten? I might have been in first grade by then. I don't know. No, maybe it was kindergarten. We were supposed to take naps,
Oh yeah.
so they gave us a blanket. And my grandmother, or maybe my grandmother provided the blanket. I know there was a blanket anyway. You were supposed to have to take a nap. And so my grandmother would give me the blanket, and when I would go out of her house, I'd hide it in the bushes because I wasn't about to be going to school carrying no stinking
That's
blanket.
hilarious. He must have been 5 or 6 years old. Oh my gosh.
But I didn't argue with my grandmother and tell her
Oh, I
no.
bet. Let this be a lesson to you, young man.